There are invisible systems in Japan that make you wonder if the rest of the world is just winging it, like the kind of hidden innovations that once you experience them, you can't believe everyone else is still doing things the hard way. Subway floors that guide you to the exact train car for your fastest exit, vending machines that learn your habits and suggest drinks based on weather patterns, and apartment towers that actually rotate to give every resident perfect sunlight. Japan doesn't engineer these solutions to show off. They solve problems you didn't know existed. Today, we're revealing 13 hidden things in Japan so smart they should be global standards. Because once you see how Japan perfects the invisible details of daily life, your current reality will feel like a beta version. Number 13. Smart subway floor navigation systems. Ever been lost in a massive subway station, desperately rushing to make a connection? In Japan, this problem simply doesn't exist. Their subway systems feature ingenious floor markings that tell you exactly which car to board for the fastest exit at your destination. These color-coded floor guides lead passengers to optimal boarding positions based on where they're heading. Digital displays show real-time car positioning, and the entire system calculates the shortest walking distance at your destination station. This means less time spent wandering around platforms, reduced crowding, and more efficient transfers. What makes this system truly brilliant is how it eliminates all guesswork from subway travel. You don't need to know the station layout or memorize exit numbers. The floor literally guides you to the perfect spot to stand, ensuring you'll step off the train directly in front of your exit or transfer point. Just imagine if this system were implemented worldwide. Urban transit efficiency would skyrocket, commute times would drop, and the stress of navigating unfamiliar subway systems would vanish. It's a perfect example of Japan solving problems most of us didn't even recognize as problems. Number 12. AI-powered vending machines. Japan's vending machines aren't just convenient, they're actually intelligent. Unlike the generic options we're used to elsewhere, Japanese vending machines remember your history and make suggestions based on real-time factors like weather and time of day. These machines use unobtrusive facial recognition to identify returning customers, allowing them to create a profile of your preferences. Temperature and weather sensors adjust recommendations, suggesting hot drinks on cold days or refreshing options during heat waves. Your purchase history creates increasingly personalized suggestions that evolve with your tastes. What's brilliant about this system is how it transforms impersonal transactions into customized experiences. Your vending machine might recommend a warm coffee on a chilly morning or suggest a sports drink if you typically buy one before your evening jog. This shows how AI can enhance daily convenience without feeling intrusive. Instead of generic rows of options, you're greeted with selections tailored specifically to you, your habits, and the current conditions. It's personalization that respects privacy while making your day just a little bit better. Number 11. Rotating apartment buildings. One of the most astonishing hidden innovations in Japan addresses a problem most people simply accept: unequal sunlight distribution in high-density housing. Their solution? Entire apartment buildings that rotate throughout the day to give every unit optimal sunlight. These architectural marvels sit on motorized foundations that slowly rotate the building according to the sun's position. Energy-efficient motors make the rotation nearly imperceptible to residents, who simply notice that their homes always seem to have perfect lighting and views. This engineering triumph solves what seemed like an inevitable urban housing inequity. No more north-facing apartments that never see direct sunlight or premium pricing for south-facing units. Every resident enjoys equal access to natural light and changing views. The implications for sustainable city living are profound. Beyond the obvious quality of life improvements, these buildings reduce the need for artificial lighting and heating, cutting energy consumption substantially. It's urban housing reimagined from the foundation up. Number 10. Health analyzing smart toilets. In most countries, health monitoring happens sporadically at doctors' offices. In Japan, it's happening daily in the most private room of your home. Their health-analyzing smart toilets are transforming preventive healthcare by turning a daily routine into a medical checkup. These advanced toilets contain built-in sensors that detect biomarkers in urine and stool, analyzing for everything from glucose levels to potential signs of colon cancer. AI systems process this data, identifying trends and potential warning signs that might otherwise go unnoticed between doctor visits. For users who opt in, automatic reports can be sent to healthcare providers, creating a continuous health monitoring system that catches issues at their earliest, most treatable stages. It's non-invasive, requires no additional time or effort, and provides insights impossible to gather any other way. The potential global impact of this technology is staggering. Imagine detecting diabetes, kidney disease, or colorectal cancer months or years earlier than current methods allow, all through a device that's already part of every modern home. It's preventive healthcare seamlessly integrated into daily life. Number 9. Auto-apologizing train systems. Japan's famous train punctuality goes beyond merely being on time. It extends to a level of accountability unheard of elsewhere. Their trains automatically apologize for delays as minor as 20 seconds, demonstrating a respect for passengers' time that feels almost surreal to visitors. These precision timing systems track train movements down to the second, triggering automated announcements that acknowledge any lateness, no matter how slight. Digital displays throughout stations show the exact delay duration and cause, keeping passengers informed with complete transparency. What makes this system remarkable is how it creates a culture of accountability. By treating even minimal delays as noteworthy events worthy of apology, Japan establishes time reliability as a fundamental expectation, not a luxury. Implementing similar standards worldwide would transform public transportation. Imagine a system where transit operators felt responsible for every second of delay and passengers could count on precise, reliable information. It would fundamentally change how we value and experience public transportation. Number 8. Underground cities. With limited surface space in dense urban areas, Japan has expanded downward, creating complete underground cities where millions live, work, and play without ever seeing daylight, unless they choose to. These multi-level underground complexes feature everything found above ground: shops, offices, restaurants, entertainment venues, and even parks with artificial sunlight. Climate-controlled environments remain perfectly comfortable regardless of outside weather, and seamless connections to transportation networks make commuting effortless. The genius of these underground developments is how they maximize urban space while creating entirely new environments. Cities aren't limited by their geographical footprint. They can expand vertically in both directions, multiplying available space while preserving the surface for parks and natural areas. This approach to urban development shows how cities can grow sustainably even with limited land. Rather than sprawling outward, consuming natural habitats, cities can create new spaces beneath existing structures, potentially transforming urban planning worldwide. Number 7. Predictive weather-based infrastructure. While most infrastructure reacts to weather conditions after they occur, Japan's systems anticipate and adapt before problems arise. Their predictive weather-based infrastructure represents a fundamental shift from reactive to proactive urban management. Throughout Japanese cities, sidewalks with embedded heating elements activate before snow arrives, preventing accumulation rather than clearing it after. Building ventilation systems adjust automatically for incoming humidity changes. Traffic light timing modifies in advance of weather patterns known to affect traffic flow. This anticipatory approach prevents problems instead of merely responding to them. Roads never become icy, building systems maintain optimal comfort regardless of weather swings, and city services continue uninterrupted through conditions that would cause disruptions elsewhere. The potential global impact of such systems is enormous. Weather-related infrastructure failures, from power outages to traffic accidents, could be dramatically reduced through similar predictive approaches, creating more resilient, adaptable cities worldwide. Number 6. Invisible homeless support systems. Japan has developed a remarkable approach to addressing homelessness: comprehensive support facilities disguised as regular office buildings. These centers provide full services without the stigma typically associated with seeking help. The discrete entry points look identical to business entrances, allowing people to access services without public identification as homeless. Inside, these facilities offer everything from job training and healthcare to housing assistance and mental health support, all in an environment that maintains dignity and privacy. What makes this approach ingenious is how it removes shame from the equation while delivering effective help. By eliminating the visible markers of seeking charity, these centers dramatically increase utilization rates and successful outcomes. This model could transform how societies address homelessness globally, replacing visible soup kitchens and obvious shelters with dignified, comprehensive support systems that help people reintegrate without the added burden of public stigma. Number 5. Microclimate control systems. Rather than treating public spaces as single environmental zones, Japan has pioneered personalized climate control systems that adjust to individual presence and preferences. These sophisticated systems use motion sensors to detect exactly where people are standing or sitting within a space. Targeted heating or cooling follows individual movement, creating comfortable microclimates that move with the people using the space. Areas without occupants receive minimal climate control, dramatically reducing energy consumption. The brilliance of this approach is how it maximizes personal comfort while minimizing resource use. Instead of heating or cooling entire buildings to uniform temperatures, energy is directed precisely where and when it's needed. Implementing such systems globally could revolutionize building efficiency standards, potentially reducing energy consumption for climate control by 30 to 40%, while simultaneously improving comfort. It's a perfect example of solving multiple problems with a single, elegant solution. Number 4. Predictive maintenance infrastructure. Infrastructure failures aren't just inconvenient, they're costly and sometimes dangerous. Japan has largely eliminated unexpected breakdowns through predictive maintenance systems that identify and address potential failures before they occur. Throughout Japanese cities, networks of sensors continuously monitor structural stress, wear patterns, and usage data on everything from bridges and tunnels to water systems and power grids. AI algorithms analyze this data to predict optimal maintenance timing with remarkable accuracy. This allows repairs to be scheduled during low usage periods, minimizing disruption while preventing failures. The result is infrastructure that almost never experiences unexpected breakdowns or emergency closures. The global potential of this approach is immense. Infrastructure disasters that seem inevitable elsewhere could become entirely preventable through similar predictive systems, saving billions in emergency repairs and preventing the cascading effects of critical system failures. Number 3. Social harmony technology. Perhaps the most subtle of Japan's innovations are technologies specifically designed to reduce social friction and conflict in public spaces. These systems create environments that naturally encourage respectful interaction without requiring enforcement or restrictions. Sound dampening systems in crowded areas reduce noise stress that can lead to tension and irritability. Visual cues subtly guide behavior without feeling controlling. And public spaces are engineered to naturally channel movement in ways that minimize crowding and collision. What makes these systems remarkable is how they engineer social cooperation into physical environments. Rather than relying on rules or social pressure, they create spaces where harmonious behavior becomes the path of least resistance. The potential impact of such designs globally could be profound. Urban stress and conflict could be dramatically reduced through similar thoughtful engineering, creating more pleasant, less confrontational public spaces worldwide. Number 2. Invisible emergency preparedness. In a country frequently threatened by earthquakes, tsunamis, and other natural disasters, Japan has developed emergency systems that remain invisible until needed, yet spring into action instantly when required. Regular buildings throughout Japanese cities are designed with emergency shelter capabilities that can activate within minutes. Communication networks seamlessly switch to emergency mode when standard systems fail, and supply distribution networks hidden in plain sight can quickly deliver essentials to affected areas. The genius of this approach is making disaster preparedness omnipresent yet invisible during normal times. Rather than creating separate emergency infrastructure that sits unused most of the time, Japan integrates these capabilities into everyday environments. This model could save millions of lives in disaster-prone regions worldwide, replacing inadequate emergency responses with systems that activate instantly and function reliably even under extreme conditions. Number 1. Invisible homeless shelters. Traditional homeless shelters often stigmatize and isolate the very people they're trying to help. Japan has reimagined this approach with support facilities indistinguishable from professional office buildings, fundamentally changing how homelessness is addressed. These centers feature professional-looking exteriors that maintain dignity for those seeking assistance. Inside, they offer comprehensive services that address the root causes of homelessness, including job placement programs, mental health support, addiction treatment, and permanent housing assistance. What truly sets these facilities apart is their graduated support system. Rather than offering temporary shelter, they provide pathways to full reintegration, with success rates far exceeding traditional approaches. The global implications are profound. By removing social barriers while providing effective rehabilitation, this model could completely transform social services worldwide, addressing homelessness as a solvable condition rather than an inevitable urban reality. What shocked you the most about Japan's hidden innovations? Comment below and subscribe now for more mind-blowing revelations that will change how you see the world.